Ini adalah amanah. Melindungi pekerja merupakan panggilan yang mulia untuk kami.
Bukan hanya tentang hari ini, tetapi tentang perjuangan menjalankan roda kehidupan.
Karena kami ingin terus memberikan apa yang menjadi mimpi besar anak-anak kami.
Kerja keras untuk keluarga demi masa depan yang bebas cemas.
Terima kasih karena telah melindungi kami sebagai tulang punggung keluarga.
Amanah besar yang diberikan kepada BPJS Ketenagakerjaan mendorong kami terus berinovasi. Apapun resikonya,
Kecelakaan kerja di saat jauh dari keluarga, kehilangan mata pencarian,
Hari tua yang tak berdaya.
Bahkan kehilangan nyawa sekalipun.
kami berdiri di sini untuk membawa arti bagi keluarga. Negara hadir melalui BPJS Ketenagakerjaan untuk mewujudkannya. Perlindungan pekerja sejahtera.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will go to the next station. And for the third presenter or speaker for this time, we have a Dr. Bidan Yanti Herawati, SST MKep from Indonesian Midwifery Association. And she will talk about holistic care and its implementation in midwifery and interprofessional health services. And this session will be led by the moderator of Miss Ode Sariningsi, SST MKes. For Miss Ode Sariningsi, please, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Event Director Bu Ardini. Good afternoon, everyone. Miss Ode as moderator in the session. Hello, Dr. Yanti.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I will read the resource person curriculum vitae, Dr. Bidan Yanti Herawati, SST MKep. Yes, she is a lecturer, Stikes Dharma Husada Bandung, and she is a midwife. Okay, college education history. Explanation, will read only the last two. Master, Faculty of Medicine, Pajajaran University, Doctorate from Faculty of Medicine, Brawijaya University Malang. Amazing. Organization experience involved in certain organization. Oh, keren ya. 31 presenter is scientific activities. 26 professional training. 27 research history, and 28 publication history. That's a very great role model for all, Dr. Yanti. Okay, if participant require a complete CV, can be contact the comment. Okay, time is for Dr. Yanti to present the material with topic holistic care and its implementation in midwifery and interprofessional health services. And with time division from now until 11 o'clock and continue with question and answer until 11:30. Time is yours, Dr. Yanti.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ode. Allow me to present. Okay. Yes. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for having me, Mrs. Ode and Ibu Wintari. Hope you're doing good. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all, and it's all beloved audience here. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'du. Okay. First of all, let's appreciate our God, Allah, Lord of the universe. Him only do we worship, and Him only do we ask for help. Peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the last messenger of Allah, so we can live happily on the earth and hereafter. Okay, so to shorten the time, allow me to here to speak about holistic care and its implementation in midwifery and interprofessional health service. Okay. Yes. Okay, we begin with health. Okay, health is the condition of being sound in body, mind, or spirit. And health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And the next is the opposite of health, which is illness. Illness, an unpleasant situation that befalls a person, causing disruption in daily activities, both physical, mental, and social. And then disruption of the function of a person's biological and psychological processes. Okay, so about health and illness, are events that are a series of processes that run continuously in people's life. The development of the concept of pain from a single cause to a multi-cause. And the illness experienced by a person is not only a physical problem that can only be solved by administering medication alone. So midwifery services are complementary to a holistic approach or holistic care. Okay, here we talk about holistic. Holistic is a term derived from the Greek word holos, meaning whole. Yes, there's holistic health views the physical, intellectual, socio-cultural, psychological, and spiritual aspect of a person's life as an integrated whole. These five aspects cannot be separated or isolated. Yes. Anything that affect one aspect of a person's life also affect the other aspect. And then healing means to be or become whole. It is a state of harmony or balance in the body, mind, and spirit connection. And homeostasis is the balance or stability that the body strives to achieve among this aspect of a person's life by continuous adaptation. Okay, then what is wellness? Wellness is a responsibility, a choice, a lifestyle design that help maintain the highest potential for personal health. Okay, so holistic care is a whole services that give to many aspects such as psychological aspect. It's like mental health, self-esteem, emotional, and psychological well-being. And then cognitive health or impairment. And then behavioral aspects such as sleeping patterns, dietary habits, and then could include withdrawal. Yeah. Next, social. This is sense of belonging. Yes, and then wider factors. This is determinant of health, such as socioeconomic group, housing, education, access to service, family life, ethnic background. Okay, and then wider factor. This is determinant of health, such as socioeconomic group, housing, education, access to service, family life, ethnic background. Yes, and then spiritual preferences is religious or cultural values. And physical, we can see sign and symptoms, physical challenge and or difficulties. Okay, here are three parts of holistic care: mind, body, and soul. Yes, which is mind. Mind aspects such as stress, anxiety, and other mental health issues can have a significant impact on our overall well-being. We can consider to do any practicing as daily routine, taking time to unwind that bring you to reduce stress level and promote a healthy state of mind. And then the body, it's about regular physical exercise is not only beneficial for our physical health, but also plays a vital role in nurturing our mental and emotional well-being. Okay, and the last is soul, taking time to reflect on our goals and aspiration and making choices that align with our values can help nourish our souls and enhance our overall happiness. Okay, there are several definitions of holistic care. The African National Healer Association support the belief that health involves the harmonious balance of body, mind, emotion, and spirit within an ever-changing environment. And the National Institute of Health defines holistic care is care that considers the whole person, including physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspect. Okay, the slide, we see 10 principles of holistic care. Yeah. The first is optimal health is the primary goal of holistic medical practice. And other principle is the healing power of love. Yeah. And holistic care, see whole person. Yeah. And then prevention and treatment. And other principle is innate healing power, integration of healing system, and then integration of healing individually or focused patient care, teaching by example and learning opportunities. Okay, to implementing holistic care, implementing holistic care can increase women's desire to seek comprehensive midwifery and health services. Ultimately, this can prevent the morbidity and death of mother and child. Okay, healing. There is also a concept about healing, healing the whole person, holism, and individuality. Complementary therapies and natural remedies are extremely powerful form of therapy that, when used appropriately, have the power to improve health and well-being. Yes. Okay. In implementing holistic care, we need to do an interprofessional practice, involve the collaboration of health care providers with people in their own profession, with people outside their profession, with patients, and with their families. Okay, interprofessional collaboration is the process of developing and maintaining effective interprofessional working relationship with student, practitioner, patient, client, families, and communities to enable optimal health outcome. An element of collaboration include respect, trust, share, decision-making, and partnership. The care received is centered on the woman and the family. Okay, effective interprofessional health services will specially produce midwifery care that meets standards and indirectly increase patient satisfaction with midwifery procedure. The complexity on the woman-centered care continuum requires the ongoing exchange on information and the implementation of coordinate multi and interprofessional care concept. Okay, yes. Yeah, holistic base midwifery, holistic. This holistic is part of a base midwifery care. Yeah, it means holistic base midwifery care is a caring approach that focus on physical, psychological, social, and spiritual aspect. Okay, so holistic care midwifery is part of complementary medicine. Yeah. Complementary medicine is concerned with identifying the causes of imbalance within the individual, and the therapeutic goal is to return the person to homeostatic equilibrium by whatever method is necessary. Complementary healthcare tends to focus on facilitating the self-protective abilities on the individual, regaining, maintaining, and strengthening them to prevent future ill health. This then is not curing but healing, and healing the whole person. Holistic care midwifery can contribute to women to emotion, cultures, opinion, and attitudes, which are factor in smooth psychological achievement with happiness and satisfaction. As a midwife, the best care holistic midwifery can give our individualist care, yeah, preventive care, promotive care, and interprofessional collaboration, and delightful experience. Okay, here are the summary of holism and holistic practice within complementary therapy. You may review the detail later. Okay, and this slide, these are several of many types of complementary therapies in midwifery service. There are nutritional therapy, herbal therapy, body and mind intervention, and then spiritual therapy. Okay. Nah, in slide, we can see complementary therapy methods in midwifery services. Yeah, in midwifery service, yoga, herbal therapy, massage therapy, aromatherapy, hypnotherapy, diet therapy, meditation, acupuncture, and acupressure, and counter pressure. Okay, for this slide, this is complementary care for pregnant woman. Okay. Yeah. The first is for reduce lower back pain and cramps in pregnant woman. Yes. Action can be taken are prenatal massage and prenatal yoga. Both can reduce back, waist, and pelvic pain because provides calm, relaxation, improve blood circulation, and increase muscle strength. And then next is for nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Is a common condition affecting approximately 85% of pregnant women. Majority the symptoms subside between 12 and 16 weeks of pregnancy. In about 15% of women, symptoms continue up to 20 weeks of gestation. Less than 10% of women suffering. Okay, the next is hyperemesis gravidarum. Hyperemesis gravidarum happens to pregnancy women that get a vomiting nausea continuously. Yes. Okay, in this slide, there are pharmacologic and non-pharmacologic treatment for hyperemesis gravidarum. For pharmacologic treatment, histamine supplementation, either oral or intravenous, should be given to all women admitted with prolonged vomiting, especially before administration of dextrose or parenteral nutrition. And there are some non-pharmacologic treatment, such as dietary measure, emotional support, and the special one is ginger. And there are recommendations as well for each of them. Okay, next, we can perform a simple acupressure technique, which is consists to two-step by pressing the point that we call P6 around the wrist. For the research, so that it can relieve side effect of chemotherapy, including nausea and vomiting. Okay, next is ginger. In pregnancy, it used liberally in salad and preparation of food. When taken in therapeutic dose, pharmacologically, and should therefore be used with some caution as applied to drugs is not appropriate to chewing and swallowing the raw one. It might lead to intestinal obstruction and should be no more than 1 gram per day in defined dose 250 milligram. Okay, this slide, we have a list of food containing nutritional that may ease nausea and vomiting. You may check it later. Next slide is aromatherapy. Yeah, aromatherapy, peppermint and other herbal. The research with randomized control trial show that women suggested that inhalation essential oil may ease nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. In many cases, where a woman suffering nausea and vomiting in pregnancy wishes to receive aromatherapy by smelling using a single essential oil can be pleasant for some women, including lemon or citrus lemon. Okay, and and then peppermint, peppermint and other herbal remedies. When used in combination with ginger essential oil, it has been found to be effective, but should be avoided when taken orally in large doses. Yeah, drinking in large quantities, strong percentage of the oil cause dermatitis. Okay, next, Roman chamomile. It's a traditional remedy and taken orally as a tea for nausea and other gastrointestinal problems, and is used topically in essential oil for wound healing and inflammation. Okay, and next, complementary therapies for labor. In the labor, we can use counter pressure for labor pain. Yeah, the benefits counter pressure for labor pain works by several techniques to help with back pain in labor. Counter pressure is one of the most beneficial. It works in two ways, which are firm and counter pressure. There are multiple benefits of using counter pressure during labor for back pain. These include decreased back pain, reduced anxiety, increased relaxation, and partner involvement, and the last is safety. Okay, here the step-by-step step-by-step guide. You may check the explanation then for counter pressure. Okay, next is blood ball. It has been used in physical therapy and exercise program 2 decades, originally developed by physiotherapists. But using them has been found significant improvement in core muscle stability, including the muscle of the chest, abdomen, and pelvis, which instrumental in the labor processes to deep breathing and also promotes comfort and can decrease pain by stimulating mechanoreceptor and joint receptor. Here is the important one. The ball should be used with the following precaution. Yeah. The woman should never use the ball unless her support person is with her. And the woman should always have a firm support in front of her to hold on for security. And policy should be written outlining their use, cleaning, and storage. Okay, next slide, massage therapy. We can perform massage therapy by touch and manipulation with the hand. It can incorporate in nursing and midwifery practice throughout labor to promote relaxation and stress reduction. It's thought to have a psychological basis, blocking pain impulse by increasing fiber transmission or by stimulating the local release of endorphin. Stimulating large diameter nerve fibers to close a gate of pain, stimulating mechanoreceptor, stimulating circulation with resultant increased oxygenation to tissue and facilitating the excretion of toxin to the lymphatic system. Okay, next is antenatal class. Yes, the provision of antenatal classes to prepare women and their partner for birth and parenthood has hit her to be part of mainstream maternity services. The original intention of parent craft classes with comment was to introduce the woman to the place where they would give birth, to provide suggestions to help them prepare for labor and motherhood, and to offer the opportunity for a regular relaxation and breathing session that introduce technique for use in the first stage. The emphasis was on physical preparation of the mother's body to cope with the physical demands of labor. Nowadays, there is greater acknowledgement of the psycho-emotional aspect of pregnancy, birth, and early parenthood. And birth preparation needs to encompass this as well as preparation of the body. Okay, and you can use mindfulness. Yes. As we know, fear or childbirth contributes to greater pain perception. So mindfulness training was designed to address fear and anxiety regarding labor, and it improved mental well-being, reduce the impact of hormonal change in the puerperium with less postnatal depression. Okay, next slide is hypnobirthing. Most type of hypnobirthing aim to relax and calm women, providing birth affirmation to be practiced during pregnancy and used in labor, as well as encouraging them to develop more confidence in the potential of their bodies to give birth to their babies without perception of excessive pain and in as normal a way as possible. Okay, we have a complementary yoga, yeah, which can be pleasure, reducing stress in pregnancy, which contributes to a positive approach to labor. Okay, we have complementary therapies for postnatal period. Okay, we action needed oxytocin massage, yes. And oxytocin massage is to stimulate the mother oxytocin hormone so that the amount of breast milk can increase. And abdominal belt is effective for treating the problem of diastasis recti. And we can perform acupuncture. It's known to reduce stress hormone, stimulate endorphin, and enhance the immune system. Okay. In postnatal, we have postnatal yoga to empower and help mothers mobilize, thereby reducing physical and psychological complaints during the postpartum periods. Yoga during the puerperium is effective in accelerating the decrease in the height of the uterine fundus and the release of lochia, as well as helping blood circulation to the uterus, causing the uterus to contract properly. Okay, next is herbal for breastfeeding. Some example of herbal ingredients commonly used in Indonesia to increase breast milk production are papaya leaves and katuk leaves. Saurus androgynous, and the phytochemical compound contained in papaya leaves are known to have a galactopoietic effect. There are flavonoid compound. As we know, a flavonoid is a type of phytoestrogen, and phytoestrogen can stimulate prolactin production. Okay. And then next is hypnobreastfeeding. Hypnobreastfeeding is a relaxation technique or natural effort to use subconscious energy to produce sufficient breast milk by incorporating suggestion into yourself through positive word. Hypnobreastfeeding is a relaxation technique to help smooth the breastfeeding process holistically that pays attention to the mind, body, and soul of mothers. Okay, there are so many lactation issues. Yeah. One of the simple way is for relieve the discomfort of engorged breast, yeah, by applying cabbage leaves. Okay. And another issue is perineal wound healing. Coherent review indicate that warm compresses or perineal massage applied during labor appear to be safe and effective for reducing perineal trauma. Could have a vasodilatory effect, thus improving blood supply to the wound area. Okay, next is mental health. Stress, anxiety, and lack of confidence are common emotion amongst birthed mothers, which can predispose them to more significant postnatal blues, which for some may develop into clinical depression. And several aspects of complementary medicine have been explored both for the prevention and treatment of depression, and caution must be employed when advising women at risk of it. Okay. And this slide, the mindfulness technique that we can provide is by educate them by learning mindfulness technique during pregnancy can be especially effective in the postnatal period, such as yoga session. Yeah. Okay. And next is Okay. And next is complementary care for babies. Similar with antenatal and postnatal care, we can perform acupressure for infant. The benefits are for provide constipation and congestion issue. And then another benefits of acupressure infants are sleep, introduction points, colic, fever, cough, and body pain. We can use massage. For baby massage, yes, beside acupressure, we can give a massage for the baby. Is a massage that is carried out in the form of smooth strokes or tactile stimulation or the surface of the skin, and then manipulation of tissue or organs of the body aims to produce effect on the nerves, muscle, and respiratory system and facilitate blood circulation. And then baby spa. This is a holistic treatment that combines traditional massage and modern health treatment using water and other treatments such as massage, aromatherapy, music, so that optimal health is realized in babies. Okay, this is a last slide. If you find some mistake, I just beg for your pardon and thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye, Miss Ode.
Okay.
Back to you. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for of the material presentation. Good topic, Dr. Yanti. I was listening by complementary therapy methods in midwifery service. Applause and emoticon on each account. Everyone, please.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get into the question and answer session. Now it's time for our audience to engage with our speakers. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and you can write down question in the chat room. Everyone, please. Any question?
I think all audience get it, Mrs. Ode.
Okay, yes.
Miss Ode, I want question.
Oh yeah, please.
Ibu.
Thank you. Bidan Yani ya, Bidan Yani, thank you. You good presentation. I
Yanti.
want ask for you.
Sorry, Bidan Yanti, Bu Winta.
Bidan Yanti, you very good is presentation. I have ask for you how to implementation in practice of independent midwife service in the city of Bandung. Number one, and number two, is there a policy from the midwife organization for the division of tasks in accordance with regional autonomy? Okay, thank you.
Okay, please. Your answer, Rianti.
Wait the moment, Miss Ode. Wait the moment. Yeah. For the question, police and midwife organization, we can say to implement. Okay, to implementing in TPMB, we can start with the legal aspect. We can insert the complementary therapies in our competencies. In Permenkes 1261 2002, sorry. There is standar kompetensi bidan, yes. In this Permenkes many sorry. So we can put the complementary in our service in PMB. We can according to, for the legal aspect, we can use the Permenkes 1261. Ya. Nanti, sorry ya, saya bisa campur Bode. sorry, Bu Wintari. Jadi Permenkes.
Don't worry, Miss Yanti.
Oke.
Oke.
Oke, dalam Permenkes yang terbaru, Ibu, itu ada masuk dalam konvensi kebidanan, begitu Ibu. Ya, itu ada aturan dalam Permenkes 161 yang Okay, and then for the other question, so we can put the complementary in our service in TPMB. Yes, the service or the complementary therapy, we can insert in our competencies, such as massage baby or what ya, to labor for the pain, we can insert the teknik-teknik for the acupressure, acupressure or spa, yeah, and then herbal, and there is can insert in competencies in midwife. There is Mrs. Ode.
Okay, thank you. And next, I see a question over there. Please, in the chat room.
Miss Ode, I'm from Miss. I want to ask to Dr. Yanti.
Okay, please.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Ode. I want to ask for Dr. Yanti. What are the problem for midwife in providing holistic care service to patient? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, what are the problem for midwife in providing holistic care service to patient? Thank you, Doc.
Please answer your question, Dr. Yanti.
Okay, Mrs. Tri, there is no serious problem to insert the holistic care for the midwifery services. Yes. For the for the legal aspect, we can use the legal aspect for the traditional medicine. Yes, the complementary is same as traditional medicine. So for legal aspect, we can use that, or Permenkes 161. Yes, you can download here that, and the that Permenkes midwife should be improvement. Yes, midwife should be improvement the competencies for the quality services in midwife. So midwife must be increase the what's that? Increase the skill, yes, to attend workshop, seminar for the complementary therapy. So the midwife can be used in the PMB. Yes.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I see a question over there. There are two questions in the chat room. Please, Karina.
Okay, Miss Karina, what is the mental health percentage of postpartum mother in Indonesia? It's and what kind of complementary of holistic care has been implemented so far in midwifery? Okay, for the percentage, it is around 10. Sorry.
Apa berarti ya kalian berarti? Yang
Yes,
di belakang anak Papua nonton drakor?
Okay, for the percentage of postpartum mother in Indonesia, for the mental health, for the
apa ya gitu.
Siapa? 18 to 22%. And then to empower and help mother stabilize, we can use yoga, yes, or we can use yoga or hypno, for the to empower and help mother mobilize. Thereby postnatal yoga, thereby reducing physical and psychological complaints during the postpartum periods. And then this is effective in accelerating the decrease in the height of the uterine fundus, release phloea as well, and helping blood circulation to uterus, and causing the uterus to contract properly. Yes. So, Mrs. Kalina, you can use postnatal yoga. There is Miss Ode.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. And the next from Mr. Widawati. How many babies missed documented it on month for 1 year old baby?
Do you mean frequency, Miss Widawati?
Thank you, Miss Dr. Yanti. My question: how many to massage from one baby
Ini
year
DPT ya, DPT
to maintain
difteri
his
pertussis
health?
tetanus.
Please.
Nah, manfaatnya menimbulkan kekebalan aktif terhadap penyakit difteri.
To maintain his health,
Okay.
baby.
Massage is one technique.
Frequency.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Widawati. For massage baby, yeah, you can do it for 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah. Yeah. Massage is important for the stimulating for the growth and the for motoric, for sensory the baby. Yes. So if you doing if you doing frequently, it is yes, there is will be effect to good condition for baby. Yes, but you say frequency, so I answer.
Sampai Kak, dia sampai hausnya itu di 3 bulan, tapi dia bukan TBC. Tapi memang batuknya reda, batuk 100 hari itu disebutnya. Tapi nanti
Okay, you can frequency. I answer in 2 or 3 times for a week.
Thank you, Dr. Yanti.
Yes, it is important for the sleep, baby and to development, Miss Widawati. And the massage is easy to apply for the midwife. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Dr. Yanti.
Thank you.
Okay, the next from Akmal Ahmad. If you can your mic.
Okay, thanks for. I just wanna asking for Mr. Dr. Yanti, because that explained earlier that one of the complementary therapies for a babies is a baby spa, which is use water as a media. Can this my question is, can this therapy be done at home without professional supervision? Because some people do it without any supervision with them. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Akmal, please. Yanti.
Okay. Thank you, Akmal, for the baby spa. Yes. Yes, for the baby spa, it's supervised by the government, Dinkes, yes, and organization IB. So the midwife bidan yang memberikan pelayanan. Yeah. And the midwife gives a complementary baby spa should be have surat izin praktik bidan SIPB ya. So midwife tanpa SIPB yes, midwifery needs legal aspect ya. So the midwife has midwife for the give service baby spa is need legal aspect. Yes, legal aspect is surat izin praktik bidan. Yeah, and then for baby spa, usually bidan have to legal aspect from the DTP TMPSP ya. Jadi bidan itu harus mengurus izin lain ke DT, PT, PM, PTSP, gitu ya. For the baby spa, the apa tuh? The legal aspect is dinas pariwisata. So different ya. For baby spa and for massage is different. If you use baby spa, the word spa, ya, you can uh, you must have a legal aspect for that. Nah, you can apply to PTSP, ya, PTSP to process the legal aspect for spa. It is from Dinas Pariwisata. Ya, jadi different with the competencies bidan, gitu ya. From bidan, we have to legal aspect SIPB, but from spa, ya, from spa, we have to get the legal aspect in another apa? In another the government, gitu ya. It is Dinas Pariwisata. That's Mrs. Ode. I'm sorry for the explain.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next from Salamah Tomasita. Can I directly ask for the sake of time? Is it Yanti? Salamah Tomasita.
About what, Miss Ode?
From Salama, can you ask an open mic? Salama Tomasita. Oke.
Berapa kali?
Berapa
Sake of time apa ya, Bu Ode?
Berapa kali?
About
kali?
About what, Miss Ode?
Salama, if you can open mic. Oke, sambil menunggu. Yes. Any question, everyone? Okay, let's. Please, any question, please?
Maybe it's enough, Mrs. Ode.
Yeah.
The point.
Okay. Finish. Yeah. Any question? Okay. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Implementing holistic care can increase women desires to seek comprehensive midwifery and health service. Yes. Ultimately, this can prevent to morbidity and death of women associated with pregnancy and childbirth. Hopefully, it provides insight. Okay. Any question? Yeah. Okay. If there is none, can I close our discuss? But Any question? One more? Yes, enough. Okay. Yeah. Discussion with Dr. Yanti is over. And hopefully to provide insight together. Come on, let's give applause and emoticon on our respective account for Dr. Yanti. Please, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ode.
Thank you, Dr. Yanti.
Thank you much for your attention. Good day.
Thank you for all participants. I'm Ode as moderator decision. I'm sorry if I made many mistakes. I'm leaving. Okay, even director time is yours.
Thank you, Miss Ode Sariningsi, and for Dr. Yanti, thank you for your material today. And for the appreciation, we will give you the certificate. And the certificate will be given by the head of the Research and Community Service from Immanuel Institute of Health. I would like to invite Miss Tri Ardayani, Eskap Nurse MKM. Please, Miss Tri Ardayani.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Ardini. Thank you, Dr. Yanti Herawati, for supporting the internal activity of the Immanuel Health Institute conference. See you next time. And thank you, Miss Ode Sariningsi as moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Tri Ardayani and Dr. Yanti.
Pak, hati-hati yo.
Bagi para pekerja keras yang berlomba dengan matahari pagi,
ya, badai dengan kategori 4 ini datang dengan angin.
Bojoku ngapa?
ada jaminan kecelakaan kerja. Buat yang banting tulang demi cita-cita yang tersayang. Ada jaminan hari tua.
Boleh, Dok. Pokoknya Ibu dukung. Hati-hati, Pak.
Untuk yang memutar roda mengejar rezeki, nggak khawatir jalani hari. Ada jaminan kematian dan beasiswa 2 anak. BPJS Ketenagakerjaan agar mereka bisa kerja keras bebas cemas. Pasti aman, pasti cair, pasti tenang. Perlindungan pekerja sejahtera. BPJS Ketenagakerjaan.
Aku mahasiswa IKI dapat beasiswa BNI. Mau seperti aku, kuliah di IKI. Kalau kamu, bagaimana? Aku mahasiswa IKI dapat beasiswa KKP. Mau seperti aku, kuliah di IKI. Selain beasiswa BNI dan KKP, ada juga beasiswa lainnya loh. Untuk lebih jelasnya, mari bergabung di IKI. Kami tunggu ya. Kamu tahu nggak? Apa tuh? Di IKI ada banyak UKM tahu? Oh iya, mau tahu? Mau dong, ikutin lah. Oke. Nah, ini UKM-UKM-nya.